It's Monday Night Volleyball inside the Dome at THS. Welcome into our broadcast coverage presented by Dr. Carl Bevering, Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle, and Andrew Bison producing tonight's broadcast. Glad to have you on board, Wes. New venue, still on campus, but here we are over here in the Dome, usually the home for Tupelo basketball, but we're getting to borrow the confines for a couple of matches and a fun one here against Tishomingo County.
Yeah, it feels like we're in the big time tonight, in this this big arena. Is a way to look at it, but
cavernous, right?
Yeah, to be here and feels brighter. Like the lights are a little brighter tonight, but yeah, definitely excited to see Lady Wave get back in action.
Tupelo entering tonight, eyeing 4 straight wins. They're 11-4-1. They have Starkville coming in tomorrow. JV at 5:30, Varsity at 6:30. But Tishomingo, the Braves, entering at 6-2-3 out of the 4A ranks, and they've had some success in girls sports, much like Tupelo. They won the state championship in girls basketball in 4A last year. They beat Tupelo in a head-to-head matchup. Of course, the Lady Wave under Coach Justice won the state title in their own right. And two teams that have good girls sports programs battling it out here in volleyball. It's going to be really fun to see who can get on top in tonight's matchup.
Yeah, seems like just watching warm-ups and, like you said, having a really good women's program. I think they'll definitely give a good challenge.
We'll go down to the floor for the national anthem as pregame festivities get underway here inside the Dome.
The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle as we're set for volleyball here inside the Dome as they just started announcing the starters for the Tishomingo County Braves. And now it's time for the starters for the Tupelo Lady Wave. Again, our broadcast coverage is brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering. He's been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care in neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner. Also, our pregame show sponsor, Barnes Crossing Hyundai. Discover your next new or used ride at Barnes Crossing Hyundai on North Gloucester in Tupelo. View their inventory online at bchyundaioftupelo.com. McCarty Architects gives us our keys to the game and also all the aces this season. For over 40 years, McCarty Architects has provided professional design in education, healthcare, and the senior living markets. McCarty takes pride in developing projects with innovative solutions that provide lasting value and contribute to the success of their clients. Visit them online at McCartyArchitects.com. TishomingoSports.com. Broadcast coverage also presented by Raising Cane, Super Chicks, and our set sponsors, Barnes Crossing Volkswagen and Hodges Orthodontics. And Wes, it's time for your keys to the game. As we said, brought to you by McCarty Architects. This is a Tupelo team that is rolling coming in. They've won 4 straight. What do they need to do to make it another victory here tonight?
Well, knowing that we had already lost to Starkville once this year, I think there's definitely this game has the look-ahead factor. You know that could happen, and I think if we can play solid tonight and against a team that I do think has some athletes and will challenge us, but if we can play really solid tonight and feel really good going into a divisional matchup tomorrow, then I think we'd be pretty happy.
Tishomingo has an outside hitter that is known for her prowess on courts just like these with baskets on them, right? With basketball court with Meg Moore. She already has an offer from Mississippi State, and she is just a freshman. You were impressed with her athleticism during warm-ups.
Well, first of all, it's unbelievable that someone who's a freshman in high school can already have a commitment from a Division I college. But just seeing her warm up, I was kind of joking. She didn't look like anything special until she started jumping. And once she started jumping and practicing hitting, then you could see the hang time going on.
And then, she led her team to the state championship last season. Tishomingo winning the state title in the 4A ranks, and Tupelo, of course, winning it in 7A on the hardwood. We're back here on the hardwood inside the dome, but we get volleyball. Very cool matchup while some upgrades are being made inside that volleyball arena. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, new bleachers. It looks gorgeous in here. Knowing that it's going to be similar to that, I think it's going to be really cool, and a court that we know our team feels really good on.
Again, Tisch County in town. Starkville coming in tomorrow. We're getting set for first serve. Kinsley Carter will step out as the libero. Lily Shettles will come out onto the floor. So it's Shettles along with Kennedy Simmons and Zimmerman, the back side of the Tupelo starting group. Judon on the front along with Mamie Shettles and Gracie Hopkins. And the first serve brought to you by McCarty Architects is an ace.
Yeah, not really what you wanted to see in the beginning, but every match you got to kind of get your nerves out. Lauren Zimmerman's a good senior player. Everybody does it. Volleyball is a game where you try to limit the mistakes, but you're always going to make them.
Serve there tips the net, and another ace brought to you by McCarty Architects. Busy start to the game. That's Sophie Northington, another freshman for these Braves of Tishomingo County under head coach Brian Middleton. 2-0 early in favor of the visiting Braves here on the road in the dome. And there into the net. Service error will give the serve to Tupelo for the first time today, and their best server in Gracie Hopkins will get ready to send one off. And Gracie, as you said, you've been very impressed with her play both last year and what she's done to start this year.
Yeah, Gracie's a great all-around player. She's our best server, has our most aces. She's just an anchor for this team. Now as a senior, she does a little bit of everything.
That was Meg Moore there with the kill. We just mentioned her and her abilities, and right there at the net, just smashing one down. 3-1 early in favor of the visiting Braves. Outside hit coming from Simmons, played by the libero Barron.
Yeah, we just are looking a little discombobulated so far, but
got it over the net, and Simmons will get the kill, and sometimes that's just what it takes. And this new arena, right, different eye line for them. They're almost the visiting team, if you will, for this matchup. Yeah, both teams are.
Yeah, well, actually there are quite a few people from Tishomingo County here tonight.
Yep.
But, yeah, we just look like we're kind of running into each other and in each other's way.
There's Simmons at the net with the block as Tupelo trails by 1 early. Simmons, big hit off the top of her hand. Didn't come out as hard as she would have liked, but rally continues. Another one to the middle of the court. Big swing, but right into the net and just into a double block, that time from Meg Moore.
Well, they handled a really good attack from Meg earlier there. That time she just kind of hit it into the net, but she's getting up there. She's going to get good looks. It seems like a pretty good disciplined team. Right
at the net, and Simmons wins that battle, tipping it right back to the Tisch County side, and Tupelo takes their first lead. Great job.
Love seeing the front line for Tupelo, just that's one of the areas we've been highlighting, just stepping up, playing really well.
Serve this time from Shettles. Tupelo with the advantage. Big swing by Moore. Tupelo kept it alive for a minute, but Shettles couldn't run it down.
That's the thing for Moore that you can tell just as a natural athlete. She jumps up. I mean, you notice just like the vertical, where how high she gets up above the ball, above the net, and also just the hang time she has up there.
4-4. Shettles plays the serve. Just in front of the 10-foot line, punched across by Zimmerman. Big swing down into the net again. And that again was Meg Moore going for the kill attempt and couldn't come through.
Yeah, the last couple attempts have not really been – they've been on her as the hitter. There's been good sets and good setups. She just is kind of hitting the ball into the net.
This is Lauren Zimmerman getting it across. Big swing again by Moore. Stopped at the net, but it's out on Tupelo.
My recommendation for Meg Moore would be to not try to kill the ball every single time, because it seems like she's getting up there so high. You know, a lot of times the problem volleyball players have is they don't get high enough and they push the ball out. But she's getting so high up on top of it that she's just hitting it straight down into her own net.
Yeah, everything's going on her own side to this point. 5-5. That one didn't make it across for the Golden Wave, and the point goes to Tisch County, who retakes a 6-5 advantage.
Yeah, I think it's easy. You know, you look at you're playing a 4A opponent, and when you're a bigger school like Tupelo, to kind of underestimate them. But Tisch County looks like they're going to be a thorn in our side all night tonight.
Right now, it's playing out that way on this Monday night as we can bring you back into the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle. A busy week. We've got volleyball again tomorrow, and then, of course, football is back on Friday as Tupelo will host Memphis Whitehaven, who has already registered a win this year in the Tennessee side of things, beating Memphis Central last week. So Ty Harden's group will get a chance at them on Friday at 7 o'clock. We'll have it here on the network and also on Sunny 93.3 FM. Big swing, and that's the best-looking set for Tupelo so far, and Carter gets the kill.
Yeah, Kinsley Carter is definitely the emotional kind of force. I love how she celebrates and how excited she gets, and that really, the whole team feeds off of that.
7-6, Tupelo. Big swing, tipped at the net. Tupelo will end up with the wrong end there of that tip. Back 7-7. West playing even at home for Tupelo. You do have the advantage of the student section on your side and the home crowd advantage, but playing in a different venue, I-line. We talk a lot about your sight lines for basketball. How can it change even for volleyball? Because, you're still dealing with a bigger surface area here on this floor than you do have in the other court.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it matters as much as it does in basketball. I played basketball too, and I think definitely like depth perception and things like that really matter. But your eyes are so focused kind of on the ball, and I don't know. I think it definitely matters in the sense that it seems like both teams have the same amount of fans tonight. But I don't think it should affect us too much.
8-7 Tupelo. There's the serve from Carter, and it is a service error. 8-8 now the score. I was going and looking at some of the averages. Whenever you look at kill averages per game, Kinsley Carter up there in that number. Actually, let's go to totals for that, and she's fourth on the team with 42 coming into tonight. 8-8, another big swing, but Tupelo defends it well.
She missed a whole game, missed a whole night, really 2 games.
That's right. That doubleheader of the tri-match. Tupelo won't end up with a point this time. And it's 9-8 in favor of Tisch County.
Tupelo doing some good things, just not able to get any momentum, not able to go on any runs so far.
Not a lot of crisp offensive sets either for the Lady Wave. Not like what we were used to seeing going into last week.
Right.
Tupelo coming off a 3-2 victory over Germantown. That was back on Tuesday. Swing across that time. Stayed alive by the Lady Wave. Cat Long will rear back and hit it into the net. Tishomingo now up by 2. Or 3, that is. 11-8.
Yeah, I almost wonder if I'm Coach Booth to just take a timeout here. Just seems like we're not all together and with it. You know, you don't want to get this. I mean, we're not far behind, but you don't want this first set to get away from you too early.
So now 12-8. That one passed forward toward the net and just got tapped down for the point. Cat Long back across. Played 12-8. Swing coming for Tisch County. Saved by Shuttles. There's Cat Long toward the back line. Off balance hit saved by Mulrooney. Miller gets it across. They'll set it up one more time, and long rally in the works here into that bench, and Shuttles can't keep it alive. Neither can Long.
Well, good effort there, having to crash into your coach actually in order to
hate
try
to
to
do
score
that,
some
right?
points. Yeah.
Interesting thing about Tisch County so far this year, they've won 2 out of their last 3, but every time they've won, they've swept this season, Wes. So when they're on, they are on, and so far tonight, they are on. Timeout Tupelo, and we will take a timeout with them. This is Golden Wave Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by neurosurgeon Dr. Carl Bevering.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle on this Monday night. Lady Wave trailing 14-8 out of the start for this Monday night. It's not been that good out of the bag so far, Wes.
Yeah, the good thing, though, I think that might have accidentally touched Sarah Foster Brown's leg. I think it was out, but I think it might have just grazed her leg there. That's kind of an odd play, but yeah, we just haven't been crisp, but you know that we can play a lot better than this. We've played as good or better competition than this, so I think Coach did a good job calling the timeout when she did. Just settle things down.
Cat Long with the kill that time for Tupelo, and you see it on the replay, just ricocheted into the visiting side stands. Watch out there.
Yeah, and Cat Long has really come on as a really good, reliable hitter.
Tupelo battling Tisch County tonight. Division match here in the Dome again tomorrow against Starkville. Mamie Shuttles gets it across. A scramble here to get it back over, and Tupelo will take one swing at it. That was Zimmerman. Big hit just in, and the kill for Northington.
Got to give it to the line judge there, but that looked like it could have been out. But I don't know why I question it. I'm not down there.
We're a long way away, right? Wrong angle for us.
Especially tonight. We're a long way away.
16-9. Again, our broadcast coverage all season long brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering. The care you need right around the corner. Glad to have him on as our title sponsor.
It's interesting, Meg Moore is back in the front row, but I actually think Tisch County did better when she wasn't in. They were so focused on going to her.
Tapped right down by Judon.
They seem to be so fixated on her when she's in that they, don't have the most diverse offense, but we'll see what they do here. Great, again, front row. Set the pace for your team. Good defense.
Here's Hopkins as Tupelo tries to rally in set 1.
Don't let them have anything easy.
JV with a loss 2-1 earlier after winning set 1. Lost the final 2 sets. Bit deep that time. And Tupelo will get the point back. Need to go on a run here, Wes. You can't really allow them to start flirting with 19 and get up there near 20.
No, and I have full confidence we're going to be able to come back in this set. But as I'm speaking,
Rare error, right, by Gracie Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, Mamie Shettles and Gracie Hopkins have been so consistent serving. And like I said earlier, everybody's going to make mistakes.
Serve over and across for Tisch County as Tupelo plays it back. That's Simmons. Hit it right at the libero Barron, and a big swing, another one into the net.
Yeah, I actually think we can have a little comeback here. It seems that Tisch County is committed to force feeding more, and she's just not getting it done. So we might be able to get a little rally going here.
17-12. Shettles, Lily Shettles with the serve. Big swing there. That looked a lot better.
Yep, she got on that one.
From Moore.
Still able to return it, though.
Moore again teeing one up, and it's just inside that back line, and that will get them to 18-12 in favor of Tishomingo County.
Well, I know we can handle her because our defense was able to handle the girl from Germantown, who is an incredible hitter. I mean, when she fully got on the ball, it was like, watch out, you know. But we were able to deal with her just fine.
There's Kinsley Carter just in. That one, beautiful hit that time. As you see a replay just inside the line from Kinsley Carter.
Good things happen when we set Kinsley Carter in the middle. Usually, unless we make some kind of unforced error.
That's the difference in Tupelo and a lot of teams they play. They're not just playing through one player, right? You have multiple. Simmons who can do it. Judon who can also do it.
We're a very well-rounded team. It's usually a different player every different game, sometimes different sets in our matches.
And Kat Long also in that mix as well. Mistake there for the Lady Wave allows the 19th point for Tisch County. Again, our first set is brought to you by Barnes Crossing Volkswagen. Be sure to follow Tupelo Athletics on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Tupelo Athletics. Volleyball Twitter is at TUPVB, and Instagram TUPVBall. You can also follow the Lady Wave Volleyball team on Facebook. Set there softly from Carter, and that works for the point right in front of a diving Tegan Brown.
Yeah, seeing Carter come on right now, and that's what we need tonight. We've had somebody different step up. You know, it's been Kennedy Simmons, it's been Kinsley Carter, it's been Lauren Zimmerman, it's been Sarah Foster Brown. It's been different. We have such a wide range of talent on this team. Who's going to step up and bring this one back?
There's Dylan Miller across.
Great serve. Very good serve.
It's going to be tough for Tisch County to get it across, but they do a free ball opportunity here for the Wave. No communication there. Tupelo lucky to get it back across as Sarah Foster Brown was able to do so. Shettles back up to Mulrooney. They're going to set up long. Big swing.
Yeah,
Dug out.
Sarah Foster was great on that set. She really had nowhere to go with it. Just the fact she got it over was huge.
Mulrooney sets. Long goes soft to the middle. Played again by Brown. Big swing, but denial by Tupelo.
Yeah, you love everything you see right there. The rallying, whether we win this set or not, you can tell the team's getting on track.
19-15. Dylan Miller back to serve yet again. She's really good at putting it near that sideline. Played after a big hit score for Tisch County.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just kind of got to get out there and warm up a little bit. You know, you've been sitting in the classroom all day, and it just takes a little time for your body to remember what you're doing.
You have to think, too, you're coming just shy of a week off of a huge win in division play.
It's a little rust.
And it's been a team that's played a lot to start the year, just match after match after match. It's seemingly two matches, then 1 day break, and then back at it again.
A week is a long time.
There you go. Kinsley Carter making herself heard here in set one. She just effortlessly makes those blocks.
She had a really good run here in the front row this last time.
It's almost like she set that up herself to block it.
Right.
Just set a soft one across and able to block it right back down. Down by just 4. Tupelo needing a run. Mulrooney back sets to Sarah Foster Brown. Third hit coming. It's going to be a free one to Miller. Judon gets teed up. Big hit, but she mistimed her swing. And it's 21-16.
Just got up in the air a little too early. You know, she has that basketball DNA, just wasn't able to hang up there long enough.
Serve coming from the libero. This is Georgia Barron. Long hits the net, but tips over the tape. Pass it toward the middle. Shettles can't get there on that soft hit. And the score for Tisch County. There's Mulrooney setting up Sarah Foster Brown with the kill right in front of Middleton.
Great swing, Sarah Foster there. Unfortunately, she's got to sub out after a kill like that. Man, she got all of that. Perfect timing, perfect jumping.
Great replay there. Andrew Bison controlling all our replays. Really cool to look at on those close, whether it was in or out kind of calls that the referees, of course, can't see, but we have the ability to go back and look at.
And now we can challenge my takes on officiating.
Yes, we can get there. It's going to be the fourth one, and Tupelo will get the point back. And it's not quite over, Wes, but Tupelo has found that momentum that you mentioned. They didn't just let Tisch County run away.
Yep, definitely at least something to build on. You hate to drop the first set.
Senior captain Mamie Shettles serving. You at least got to build some momentum if you are going to drop the set, but they're not going to go down without a fight. There's Zimmerman, back corner.
That looked into me.
They say in. We'll probably get a decent shot of it on our end. Let's take a look at it on replay. See if Andrew can slow it down a minute as that ball is heading.
That
it looked in.
They called that out. I mean, they went to the main official, and they called that out. I mean.
So it's 23-17.
I mean, the line judge was right. Well, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Robbery still takes place. That's all I can say.
Sometimes it happens. Big point, though, gets them to 23, and an even bigger one by number 24. Meg Moore gets them to that number to match her jersey. And now they're a point away from taking set number one on the road here at Tupelo. 24-18 here in the Dome. Long gets the kill. Not very aggressive there for Tisch County trying to come up and play that ball. The libero Barron just got caught on her heels.
Yeah, keep pushing until you lose. You know, keep going. You never know. That's not that crazy of a run to score 5 points, 6 points.
And it's Hopkins serving. They'll set it again to Moore. Great play by Shettles. There's Zimmerman trying that back row, and she'll get the kill. Right now, Lauren able to hit it cross court, and you know she has the ability to come straight back down the line, too, once she wears out that back corner.
Lauren's been really consistent. She's been, I would say, our top hitter lately. And, hey, got to give credit to Lily Shettles there, her first year in that libero role. She took a shot from Moore there and had no problem passing it perfectly.
Free ball here for Tupelo. Shettles sets. That's Simmons. Played on that back line for the Braves. Tupelo there for the block, and it comes down inbounds off of Moore.
Moore is just consistently, she's just getting two up high on top of that. Tisch County taking the timeout, feeling a little bit of pressure down or up only by 3 now.
Yeah, it looked like the tape caught that more than the double block that was set up did. And we got 40 seconds. We'll take a quick commercial break. This is Lady Wave Volleyball presented by Dr. Carl Bevering.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
24-21, Tisch County ahead of Tupelo, but the Lady Wave are battling in set number 1 here on the Golden Wave Sports Network. Broadcast coverage presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. This first set has been brought to you by Barnes Crossing Volkswagen. Gracie Hopkins is going to try to keep things alive from that service line.
Gracie is one of our most consistent servers, so this is the time you can really go on a run.
Back set to Zimmerman, who's been hot since coming in. Big swing by Moore. Tupelo's going to have to rally to get this thing back across, and they're able to this time. They keep setting up Moore. She goes soft, and she's done that several times, Wes, and this time it'll get them a victory in set 1.
Well, giving credit again to Lily Shettles taking a shot there and being able to withstand it. But, yeah, you know how I feel about tipping. But
you got to go after it, right? But
yeah.
you said for her to go soft, right? And that time she did.
Well, I didn't mean that soft.
They must have heard.
I just meant taking a little bit off of it.
Yeah, she took a lot.
No, I mean, that is a strategy. You know, the defense is waiting for a big shot because they've been coming, and she just tips it over, and you're on your heels. It's hard to catch up with that. Lady
Wave have won 4 straight. They're eyeing 5. They're going to have to come from behind after losing set 1, 25-21. We'll take a commercial break. We'll return after this. This is Tupelo Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time, which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
For over 40 years, McCarty Architects has provided professional design in education, healthcare, and senior living markets. McCarty takes pride in developing projects with innovative solutions that provide lasting. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away, because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
We're through a set here in Tupelo inside the Dome. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle as we enter the second set, which is brought to you by Hodges Orthodontics. Tupelo falls in set 1, 25-21. Wes, they need this one in a bad way. But on the other side of that, you're hopeful because of the way that Tupelo has played at the end of that set.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have any problem. I really like the way we played. We just got ourselves in such a big hole. When we came out, we just not sharp and just kind of rusty from not playing for a week. Big divisional game coming up tomorrow. So, I think the momentum we saw and things started to shift there. It just was a little too late. So, definitely love our chances going forward here.
So, again, our broadcast coverage brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering, also Barnes Crossing Hyundai, McCarty Architects, Raising Cane's, Hodges Orthodontics, Super Chicks, and Barnes Crossing Volkswagen. Looks like we'll have the senior captain, Mamie Shettles, to serve it for the Lady Wave as they try to even this match back up. And that front line for Tupelo, that time Garth and Zimmerman teaming up for the block. That's been the clear dominant side for Tupelo, is them up front at the net.
Yeah, I can't really remember at all a forceful block that took place for Tisch County there. I mean, we've definitely been able to control the net, which is so important.
Big swing, that one cued off of Garth, but Tupelo will get a chance. That's Hopkins, a rare front line hit from that 10-foot line, and Tupelo playing those soft hits a little bit better here.
Well, the Shettles girls are putting on a highlight reel tonight with Diggs.
Definitely tell up until that point actually fell, that Tupelo's really keying in on those softer hits.
Yeah, would have maybe liked to see the official challenge that hit there as a two-hander. It looked like a set, but it was more like a swat at the ball with two hands from Tisch County there. But, you know, I like to get on the officials.
1-1. Back toward that back row. Tupelo will just try to send it back across. And it is just out by maybe 3 or 4 inches. One thing about it, you can hit it a little bit higher up and not catch the rafters.
Yeah, but the rafters always are used to our advantage.
That is true. Not getting that here.
Now we got more like the Cowboy Stadium giant screen up in the middle.
Yeah. Nice diving save by Shettles. And Lily Shettles sends it back across. Third hit coming. They're going to get it to Moore.
Ooh.
Back row may have been out. You could tell Lily Shettles was caught in between playing that or letting it go, and she tipped it. Point goes to Tisch County.
Really close. That's so hard to tell when you're on the back row because you do not want to let it go and it drop in.
And another point for the Braves. Came in at 6-2-3 under Coach Brian Middleton. And as we said, they have won every time that they've won. All 6 of their matches have been sweeps. They'd like to keep it that way on the road against a solid Tupelo team that's coming off a defining victory early in Coach Booth's tenure over Germantown. There's a big kill for Zimmerman. All, again, replays here for you as you'll take a glance at that.
Yeah, Tisch County's come out really hot out of the gate here again. You don't want to let it get too far away from you, and you have the same kind of problem you had last set.
Don't want to play catch-up. Here's Hopkins' jump serve. Set it up for Moore. She mistimed it, had to punch it across. And it's Tupelo right there at the net. Simmons puts one down, but it's played by Barron.
Yeah, you got to give the credit to the Tisch County libero there. That was a tough shot.
Big swing and an even nicer save there after the block for Zimmerman. It's one thing to take a swing and have it blocked, another one to play it. Big one tipped there. Tupelo keeps it alive.
Lily Shettles again.
Long rally, Moore, and Shettles saves.
Again, man, that's so good. I know it went over the net, but, like, you know, the fact you just keep sending it back is so good.
Long rally, another soft hit that ends up being a point for Tisch County, and they're just dumping it over the front line for Tupelo, and nobody from the back getting up there to it in time. 5-2, Braves. Moore right at Mamie Shettles. Point and kill there for the Braves. Up 4 now over Tupelo in set number 2.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I know it's been hard because they're getting such good hits right now. They're setting up a really good offense, but we have got to be able to match with some really strong offensive attacks.
Softly that time from Garth, just didn't time it up right.
Like tipping it over and basically give them free balls is not going to cut it against this defense.
Another big hit by Moore will end in a point. Braves storming out again in set 2. Brought to you by Hodges Orthodontics. Timeout, Tupelo. Coach Booth not happy so far with the play of her team through a set and a half. Just what's been the difference, Wes, so far? Just obviously the offense has not been as clean, but what about defensively? Is there anything that they can change with these softer hits that Tisch County's been able to get on these longer rallies just over the front?
No, I don't even think that's the problem. I think the biggest problem right now is that Tisch County is running an offense and they're actually getting like really good solid attacks every time, where they're usually either hitting it or tipping it with force, where I think like most of the part we're just doing the best we can to just get the ball over, you know, and if we don't get a pretty solid attack, you know, where one of our big hitters is really hitting the ball with authority, they're passing all of our tips and all of our passes and everything back. It's not a problem for their defense.
So out of that timeout, which was brought to you by Raising Cane's, it will be serve time for Tisch County. Simmons into the net on that swing. Ball didn't clear it, and it's a 6-point lead for the Braves. Simmons plays the serve. Here's Zimmerman. Back corner, got it just inside the line. And if you need some clutch kills, that's where you can get it from 13 in gold.
Yeah, and she's so good. Like we've said so often, that backside attack. I think defenses are so used to just getting it from the outside that they just don't ever think it's going to be coming from with that much force backside.
It's almost like they give up on it as Shettle serves it. Carter there to end the point.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You know, is we have got to get a really good, strong presence at the net again. Like, you know, on those big hits. You know, we got to get some hands on that and get some blocks going. Like that.
There's your block by Carter after a big swing for Moore. Kinsley Carter says not this time.
Yeah, just because she hits the ball hard and she jumps high does not mean she cannot be blocked. One of the kind of best things you can do as a blocker with that double block or whatever is really try to read the opposing hitter's shoulders, because your shoulders aren't going to lie. Your shoulder is the angle you're hitting the ball at, and try to set up your block based on that.
Student section for Tupelo starting to get energized. Haven't had a lot to cheer about early. They'll set it up. Zimmerman in this set has been the go-to hitter. Moore. Ball just sounded funny off of her hand, Wes, compared to some of her other swings.
Yeah.
She'll two-handed hit it toward that back line and just out of the reach of Lily Shettles.
Yeah, not a lot you can do about that. She put it where there was nobody. And you know, that you got to give kudos to her just reading the floor. Yeah, and the other thing about Tisch County tonight is they're just not making a lot of mistakes. They're not bailing us out at all.
There's Simmons softly for the point, just inside of that 10-foot line.
I think we fooled them. I don't know if we fooled ourselves and therefore fooled them, but I think everybody thought that the ball was going to
Kinsley Carter.
Yeah, Kinsley Carter, and it ended up going.
It worked out really well, like you said. That she jumped, and mid-jump she kind of
gave
up on
you know,
it.
And a lot of offenses they do that on purpose. You know, just run a decoy, and we basically ran a decoy. I don't know if we meant to, but we did.
And it worked. There's Moore right at Shettles, played by Mulrooney. Now Gracie Hopkins will bump it back across. Moore denied, and Tupelo will get hit, I believe, there with a lift trying to keep that ball alive. And they do. 10-6 Tisch County. They just keep on digging deep and getting points to end these runs that Tupelo finds themselves on.
Yeah, it's better, though. I mean, we got some contact on that one, so you feel good about that.
Moore will take a seat for Tisch County. There's Carter dialing one up.
Yeah, that's not going to get stopped very often.
That's that short set that she just annihilates. Watch that on replay. Kinsley Carter getting up above the net, just inside the line. And maybe that's enough to give Tupelo some momentum here in a night where they've not enjoyed a lead very often.
Yeah, I mean, if you could keep doing that, I mean, that's
simple.
Do it until they can't stop it. You know, as long as you've got Kinsley Carter out there.
Service error there for Dylan Miller.
Keep running her middle.
Any chance for the Lady Wave on that serve? 11-7, Tishomingo County in set number 2. They lead the match 1-0 after a 25-21 victory and bumped forward by Long. Nobody there to play it. I get a dozen points now.
Boy, our student section is doing everything they can to try to mess up Tisch County, but it's just, there we go. Now it's finally working. There you go.
Service error It's Miley Downs hitting that one into the net, and Tupelo toss the ball back to Kinsley Carter, who's been busy up at the front line now. Will get a chance to serve it. Knee brace on her right knee. She sends it across. Good serve that time by Carter. Moving into some offense. Miller to Mulrooney. Big swing, back row, and it is just over, but I think they may say it got tipped. At least Tisch County is protesting for the tip. And they will end up giving the point to the Braves. Serve coming back. This is the libero Barron. 5-point advantage. Big swing, nice dig there, and Garth taps it back across.
Ooh, if that's not a carry, I don't know what is. I mean, geez Louise. That girl straight up scooped that ball and sent it over. She didn't hit it at all.
Cat Long, a longer rally here. Point that time goes to Tupelo. They needed that one, Wes, and they need to string together some points or they're going to find themselves down 2-zip.
Yep, you got Zimmerman in now. You know, as long as we're keeping one of our consistent hitters in, you know, just like Kinsley Carter and now Zimmerman, just go to who in times like these when you're having trouble.
There's an ace. Brought to you by McCarty Architects. Good swing that time for Shettles. Gets Tupelo back within 3.
And Mamie is very money as a setter, or excuse me, as a server.
Zimmerman. Nice play by the libero Barron. Another longer rally tipped at the net by Garth. Zimmerman was there as well, but the point comes down for the Braves, 14-10.
You know, those are the kinds of points you can take. Like, you know, that's going to happen. You know, but as long as you're fighting and you're not ending with a point for the other team based on a mistake, you feel pretty good about it.
Sophie Northington with the serve. Cat Long punches across. There's Moore going toward that back row. She's done that a couple of times. That two-handed hit a little bit deeper than most go, and Long can't get it over the tape. 5-point advantage, Tisch County.
We really struggle. They're right at the top of their rotation right now, and we really struggle with this Sophie Max Northington doing a great job. She's got a really good serve, and we're having a really hard time passing it.
Almost a spinning serve. Ball coming out of her hit. There's Zimmerman. After the deflection, gets it near the 10-foot line. Free ball for Tupelo. Long. Big swing blocked. Third hit across. Doing a great job playing some of these better swings for Tupelo. And Long again, that time catching the tape.
Yeah, I mean, Tisch County's just not making mistakes. You send the ball over, they're going to play it or try to play it, get pretty close to it. Just haven't let the ball hit the ground very easy.
Another serve by Northington. Just inside that back line, and it just seems like everything right now for the Braves is working.
Yeah, we've got to get Northington off the service line as fast as possible.
And so far, she's making a living there. Longer than some people working today, right, Wes? Back there on that back line. Big swing, back corner, and a kill. There's Moore.
Longer than I work in the day, that's for sure.
Tupelo would like to run her off that line, but so far they've been unable to do it. 18-10.
And she makes a mistake. That's great.
We jinxed it, right?
Just what we needed right there.
So now 18-11 with Tisch County enjoying the advantage. A one-set one, 25-21. As look back at our Match reset brought to you by Raising Cane's. Played back across, free ball coming for Tupelo. There's Zimmerman for the point in the back corner. Tupelo has not really attacked that back row other than Lauren Zimmerman tonight. It feels like everybody's just taking those big swings, trying to put it down inside that 10-foot line.
Which is hard to do. And you have to really have everything line up perfectly to do that. But, I mean,
miscommunication, Tupelo will get the point.
And that's not what you've seen a lot of tonight from Tisch County. Of course, we'd love to see more of it.
Tupelo within 5 in set number 2, which is brought to you by Hodges Orthodontics. Gracie Hopkins jump serve. Not really had a long service streak either for anybody for Tupelo, and Tupelo will miscommunicate right back. Hopkins and Shettles collide.
That just kills you when you're trying to go on a run. Just need to communicate. Done a good job communicating. We can hear them communicating all the way up here. But sometimes everybody's trying to do the right thing.
Zimmerman is blocked, but it's outside of the antenna. And the point goes to Tisch County.
It's tough to see from there if it went off the block and went into the antenna or if it was hit into the antenna.
7-point advantage. Hopkins played that one right over the line. And there's Simmons angling one across. Been a quiet evening so far for her. And the point after a rundown attempt there from Hopkins and Zimmerman will come down for Tisch County. They're 4 points away from really a dominant set here in set 2.
Yeah, really, honestly, more dominant than set 1.
Tap back, saved by Garth. Big swing, more, and she's just dialed in right now.
Yeah, some of the miscues that were plaguing her in the first set are gone. She's really able. You can really tell she feels really good and kind of on top of her game, whether that's laying down the thunder or she's also doing a really good job just kind of setting the ball wherever she wants to as well.
As we said, she is a highly coveted basketball star for Tisch County, led them to a state championship. Already has an offer from Mississippi State. She played as an 8th grader on that state championship team, and here she is as a freshman making plays on the volleyball squad.
Yeah, I could guarantee almost she's going to have offers in volleyball too.
Pick your sport, right?
Right.
Shettles sets it back to Zimmerman. Just nothing crisp in a run for Tupelo, as that time Simmons will end up getting the point. You know, you go back and think about all the matches that we've had so far at home, which has been this whole stretch, right? We've had now 5. This is the 5th straight match for Tupelo at home, and offense has just been so much cleaner in the other 4. Today it's just a little bit off. Could be the break. It's also, this is a good squad that just gets everything to go their way, and a point for Tisch County.
And I'm not going to harp too much on the officiating, even though I do often.
They're begging for a lift there, right?
Boy, it sure, man, it really has seemed that a lot of the calls have gone Tisch County's way tonight. Just no calls, and then the official will change it for Tisch County and not for us. Seemed like everybody in the arena saw that lift besides the official.
23-14. Zimmerman inside the line. 23-15. Pretty that time from Lauren Zimmerman.
Again, going back to our conversation, our offense doesn't look clean, but it's because our defense hasn't been clean. You know, we're not getting good passes, which get a good set, which gets a good attack. And that's because of how good the Tisch County attack has been.
And it was a team that was rocky at the beginning in those attacks, and diving effort, Mulrooney can't get to it. It just seems like right now they're just hitting it right where Tupelo isn't, and they're not missing long either. Everything that they're hitting toward that back line is falling in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that cushion, that bit of a hole, you know, that takes place, especially when your blockers go up, kind of right behind those blockers before the back line. And if you can hit the ball there, you're going to be pretty successful.
Hopkins plays a tough serve. We've got a set point on the way, and Tupelo will live to see another attempt here. 24-16 in set number 2 against Tisch County. Tupelo in danger of dropping the first 2 sets of this match. Going to need a big run here from Dylan Miller. She'll get it across. Third hit coming. Northington. Here's Hopkins. Gets the kill. And that's the thing about Gracie. We talk about her in the back attacking from beyond the 10-foot line, but she can score even with her height disadvantage up there on the front line.
Well, because everything she does is so clean. Like, it's not all about height with hitting. It's about your timing, your approach, the hand strike, everything. And she does all that well, even though she's smaller.
There's Carter again. If you put it up near the net, you can bet that Kinsley Carter will have at least a chance at it. She gets the kill.
Definitely heard my commentary about being aggressive there on the front and not just tapping it over, but put it down if you can. But the thing about Gracie that makes her so good of a hitter is that she can take kind of anything and make something happen out of it, even if it's not a great set.
Big swing, Tupelo keeping it alive. Great save there by Shettles. And there, Hopkins gets it back across. That was not an easy play. Northington back line, and it's in. Set goes to Tisch County. 25-18. So they won the first 2 sets here in the Dome. 25-21 in set 1, 25-18 in set 2. Tupelo needs to rally, or they'll become a victim to yet another Tishomingo sweep. As we said, their 6 wins this year have all been sweeps, and they're looking just as clean tonight as they have in the other 6 victories, and Tupelo in danger of dropping and losing a streak of their own. They've won 4 straight coming in. We'll see if they can rally back after this. This is Golden Wave Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away, because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
For over 40 years, McCarty Architects has provided professional design in education, healthcare, and senior living markets. McCarty takes pride in developing projects with innovative solutions that provide lasting value and contribute to the success of their clients. Visit them online at mccartyarchitects.com. Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Our broadcast coverage for volleyball this year brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering. He's been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner. Set number 3 brought to you by Barnes Crossing Volkswagen coming up in just a moment. Tupelo is down 2-0 in this match, 25-21 in set 1, 25-18 in set 2, and Wes going to have to really dig deep and rally because this is a team in Tisch County that is playing very solid right now.
Yeah, and they're starting off, as we've noticed, they start off so strong, and part of that is due to the first person in their rotation they have serving here in Sophie Max Northington.
And Northington will get us underway in set 3 with an ace. Brought to you by McCarty Architects. Visit them online at McCartyArchitects.com.
Something about her serve, we're just having so much trouble passing it.
It's been all Braves to this point. Northington across again, played that time by Simmons. Judon swings, blocked at the net, but Tupelo will end up with the point.
That's what you like to see, scoring early, taking the serve away from Northington quickly.
If you can just limit her, because she went on a stretch at the end of set 2, about a 9-point run by herself.
We have not
at the
really
line.
had a stretch like that tonight, and that would be something to be great to see.
Just hanging up in midair that time was more, but she pulled it out. I mean, it was almost like the broadcast froze for a moment there.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Just stopped in midair, but she hit it out, so.
Pass forward, right?
Yep.
Hopkins. Tupelo needing to get it across, and they do. Pushed across, Judon. Third hit coming. It'll be a free one. Just so far, as you said, defensively, Tupelo just not defending all that well.
Yeah, you notice in all those returns, we're just getting the ball over, you know. It's just really, that's the.
What a save by Hopkins.
It's just hard to score points that way.
They'll set it. Simmons, big swing and a kill.
And that's what scores your points.
And how about that save early by Hopkins in that? Three to 1, serve again by Gracie Hopkins. It's an ace, brought to you by McCarty Architects.
Well, that's what you want to see. This is the first time we have got off to a good start. And Gracie is capable of taking you on a run.
She can easily get you 11 to 1 here, right? The way that she serves it. Back row, just out. And that's the first time I think that maybe other than in set 1 that Tisch County's went toward that back row and it's not been in.
Yeah, and there's been a few times we've probably played some that would be close like that, but it's hard to let those go.
Hopkins serves it yet again. Tupelo up 5-1. They'll set it to Simmons. Did not get a swing off that time. Neither did Tisch County. Back row, nice save by Barron. And Tupelo gets the point.
It's kind of like the souls of the team have been swapped.
That's right. We
right
just
now.
Something happened there during that break, right?
Yeah, we're
swapped
doing
out the Gatorade.
Yeah, we're doing everything right, and they're doing everything wrong.
And you see that a lot in volleyball. It's almost like the match completely ended, right? And it's a new day.
Yeah, I think it's just such a sport. Like, it takes so much focus because it's just about doing all the little things right.
That will get them back on track. That's Moore with the kill.
That's tough for a defender. I don't care how good you are at passing. That's where you're really hoping your block's going to help you out a little more. If she gets free shots like that, it's going to be a quick third set, too.
Simmons, good defense there. Zimmerman swings and gets the kill. 7-2 Tupelo. Just got to keep this ratio, right? You want to stay out in front with some buffer.
Yeah, and just look at the three hitters we have right now with Carter, Simmons, and Zimmerman. I mean, those are probably our three best hitters. You can do some damage right now.
Big swing, Moore just out.
Replay.
They're going to replay it.
Did the line judge on the left side not make a call?
Did not. It was on that sideline. That was well out, according to our replay. That was a good foot out.
Yeah, it looked so very out. Again, maybe we can. I don't know if we can get a sponsor that's an optometrist. might
Big
help our
swing
official tonight.
The point comes down. That makes it frustrating, right, as a player, because you felt like you'd earned that point, and going by the replay, which the officials do not have, but we have the ability to go to. It just frustrates you as a player. You got to keep going, though.
Yeah, you do, because in all sports, bad calls are part of it. And it is just 1 point.
There's a whistle, and they'll get Tupelo. Simmons, I believe, cut underneath the net. Actually, they're going to give it to Carter.
You want to limit the mistakes here. Keep the momentum on your side.
Tisch County with the serve.
There you go.
There's Simmons with the kill.
That right there is music to my ears. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. When they set you up, make them pay.
Great job there by Simmons. And now Tupelo will get set to serve it. This will be Mulrooney going back with an 8-4 advantage. Blocked up front by Long and Carter, but ricochets off the block out of bounds. 8-5. Again, football season begins this week, Friday, August 30th. The Golden Wave will host Memphis Whitehaven on the new blue turf at 7 o'clock. Get tickets for the game. Plus, you can still purchase home season parking passes by visiting tinyurl.com/Tupelo-Tix, Tupelo T-I-X. Get your tickets today and lock them in for the year as well. Season tickets are still available, so you can have a great seat for that. And also, if you get those season tickets, getting those reserve seats, you will be able to go down the concessions and enjoy Chick-fil-A, from what I heard. So, a good opportunity there to have you some Chick-fil-A on Friday nights. Really going to be fun to see the atmosphere and the new additions, whether it's the lights, the stadium itself, and some of the video board stuff that we've been working on. It's going to be a cool environment for a football game on Friday nights. Another back line, and that one in.
I think Tisch County has shaken off the rust. They came in this third set. So we have got to be on our game. They're not going to back down.
And you wonder what a sweep does if Tupelo ends up dropping this tonight, what it does mentally for you against a rival in Starkville coming up tomorrow, right? Because you don't have a big turnaround. I mean, it's a short turnaround for them, and you're going to be playing back here in this same situation in this dome.
Yeah, I guess the only hope you can have is that it would serve more of as just like a sobering effect, and a wake-up call.
That's right, because we know the impact the division has no matter what sport here in 7A. There's Long. They're just keeping everything off the floor right now, Wes, playing great defense, but this time it won't work out for the visiting Braves.
Well, just like we've seen on our side, some really, really good back row defense. I mean, that was what they just did. I mean, their libero and their back row is playing really well. I mean, that was a shot they were able to pass.
9-8, and Dylan Miller will serve it. Tupelo trying to keep it alive. Hopkins.
This even seems like our in general passing hasn't been that great. Like, just not pushing the ball to the setter super well. Even on returns that aren't all too difficult. You don't really want your setter to have to be running around everywhere.
Another long rally where Tisch County keeps it alive. And just inside the kill for Cat Long.
Great hit.
Dylan Miller yet again. Into the net on that attempt. They didn't set up Northington. That pass too far forward. Timeout by Coach Middleton. We'll take a break with that with that timeout call, I should say. We'll be right back. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away. Because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
Lady Wave leading 11-8. Again, our broadcast coverage presented by Dr. Carl Bevering, and they have the advantage, but going to have to stretch it out right and try to get this thing to a fourth set and then hopefully to a fifth, because Tupelo trails 2-0 in this match. Carter putting it to the floor.
Yeah, that's so proud. As a former front row player myself, just so proud of that. I mean, we saw Kennedy Simmons do it earlier too. Just that's not returnable when you do that.
Dylan Miller with the serve, and they're going to end up with the point. Tupelo will. 13-8. Timeout yet again, almost like a basketball timeout. He's not happy with what he saw. Tupelo's still going on this run, and they'll stay with the timeout call. We'll stay here with you, and it's just what Tupelo needed, right, Wes?
Yeah, and I think Tisch County coach here really wants to try to get that sweep. And so he's trying to keep this set as close as he can to not have to play more volleyball.
You don't want to let the momentum get away from you, because as we know, it can jump pretty quickly from one side to the other.
Yeah, if Tupelo starts getting hot and starts feeling good about themselves, then, they could stretch this out and still win. That's just the way volleyball is.
What have you liked out of Tupelo in set 3 versus what you've seen in sets 1 and 2? The defense has gotten better in this set.
Yeah, the defense has gotten a little tighter, and I think we're controlling. Just like what Carter did right there, we're just controlling the front row a little bit better, getting a little better attacks as well. And honestly, Tisch County's just making more mistakes than they have all night.
Dylan Miller, yet again, she's been busy back there in this set. Tupelo up by 5, and a block by Carter, but it's ricocheted out. And no tip, so the point will go to Tisch County.
And that's the kind of points that you can live with. You had a block up, you were there, or you were doing what you needed to do. Sometimes they're just gonna ricochet off you like that.
Tips off the net. It's going to be tough for Tupelo to play it, but they do a great job at it. And Kat Long again, just dialing up that back corner. That's worked out. Lauren Zimmerman went there, and now Kat Long has been trying it.
Yeah, and Kat's really good about that hit that is not trying to hit the 10-foot line. She does a good job of that sharp angle all the way to the corner.
Served by Carter.
Hey, you got to give Carter credit there. Front row players, you don't see them playing defense like that very often.
Dig attempt there by Miller, and she can't get to it. 14-10.
Usually front row players are just known for their hitting, and that's about it. But she made a pretty impressive dig.
It's the libero Barron who served at that time. She plays a hit forward. Northington, back corner, angled it in. And we'll take a look at this one, Wes, and see. Angled off the hit. Looked like it landed just on top of that line.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Serve there, and it'll end up being an ace for Barron. 14-12. Tisch County going on a bit of a run with their libero at the service stripe. Zimmerman, take that back. Hopkins tips the tape. Nice dig by Miller, but it'll go out. Not much she could do about that one.
Well, and this is the same girl that serves so well. Northington. She's a good hitter too.
You're very versatile, right? Playing whether serving or up on that front line.
Got to get a better block up.
Kat Long with the kill. Hit it right at Barron, who plays that usually seamlessly, but that time a mistake. And now Mamie Shettles, who can go on some runs at the service stripe, will step over. Tupelo needing to to get back in this with a set victory. They're down 2-0 in the match. Looks like that one got saved from being out on Tupelo.
Only down by 2. Tupelo could really use another run.
Zimmerman with the kill.
Zimmerman just always just kind of feels like old Trusty, you know. She's just reliable. Reliably gets kills. Nothing too crazy about what she does. She just puts the ball in the right place.
Shuttles right at the libero. Northington, big swing, but she hits it toward the Tupelo bench. That'll spread this lead out to 4. Again, as we're in set 3, which is brought to you by Barnes Crossing Volkswagen. Two-handed hit across by Northington. There's Zimmerman. First real mistake from her.
Well, and Lily Shettles kind of tapped her chest, my bad on that. Just that set didn't have much air on it. I think it came off her hands a little weird, and Lauren just didn't really have a whole lot of time to do anything.
Trying to get what you can out of it, right? Shettles sets. Judon over the front row for the kill. Great play there. The athleticism for Judon just to hang up in the air and put that one down.
Yeah, again, that middle attack is so important to have in your offense, and every time we run it, we see good things happening.
Yet again, set toward the net. Judon puts it down. This is the kind of set that Tupelo needed. See if they can finish. This was Hopkins, Gracie Hopkins with the serve. Tipped there by Judon. There's Simmons, 10-foot line, works that time. Well, Wes.
Great job overall by the whole team there, getting that down. Definitely getting a little run here when you got Mamie Shettles and then got Gracie Hopkins back-to-back. That's a double, I'm pretty sure.
And it is. Tupelo will end up with the point, and up 21-14 over Tisch County. In set 3, needing it badly to avoid a sweep.
Another ace by Gracie.
And the ace by Gracie Hopkins, brought to you by McCarty Architects. Visit them online at McCartyArchitects.com. 3 points away from a set victory. Moore, saved by Simmons. Shettles.
Would have loved to see that set to an attack right there, but
go toward the back row. Shettles. Now Simmons sets, goes toward the back. Libero Barron played it. Big swing by Moore. Somehow Judon kept it alive.
Great defense. Keeping it up. That's all you can do sometimes.
Zimmerman double blocked. And Simmons can't get it over the tape.
I like what Simmons tried to do there. It did feel like a set to her. You know, she had a good approach, and the ball kind of came where she wanted it to, but probably want to pass that one more time, get it to the third.
Simmons palms it toward the back row and gets the kill. That's the thing. She has such a versatile skill set as far as all the different kinds of hits that she can put on it.
And Tisch County's trying to argue that, I mean, the ball did sound a little weird coming off of Kennedy Simmons' hand. I don't know what they're trying to argue it was, maybe a push or a carry or something. But the official's not taking it.
23-15. Tupelo 2 points away. Tupelo had to get it across that time, and Shettles was able to do it. Moore said, all right, we're going to put it back.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, with an athlete of that caliber, that's just going to happen sometimes.
Tupelo still 2 points away in set 3. Trying to get one back. You win this, you put a ton of pressure on Tisch County. They get a point there, and now just 1 point away in set 3. Mulrooney gets set to come in along with Kat Long as Shettles and Zimmerman will take a seat.
Well, you got to feel good if you're Tupelo, not getting swept, still fighting, playing better.
Mulrooney saves. Hopkins now to Simmons, who angles it back across.
Perfectly behind the back.
At an angle at that, and Mulrooney can't play that swing. 24-17. Tupelo needing just the 1 point to send us into a 4th set.
Sophie Mulrooney just trying to get any part of the body she can to kind of keep the ball alive.
Serve played by Shettles. There's Carter, short set, and the set goes to the Lady Wave.
That's just like art in motion, man. The middle attack. When Simmons gets on that, or excuse me, Carter gets on that, it's the beautiful game. I know that's not what volleyball is usually called, but it's beautiful when that happens.
That short set that she has perfected. Let's take a commercial break. Tupelo has sent it to a 4th set. We'll be right back forward here on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away. Because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle. Tupelo fighting off a sweep as they win set 3, 25-17. They lost sets 1 and 2, 25-21, 25-18. Looked really sharp there, Wes, and now you get to set 4. As I said, the pressure can really turn on Tisch County.
Yeah, all the pressure's on Tisch County, really. And Tupelo, now you're just glad to still be in this match, and you're glad that you were able to take that 3rd set. And if you can win this one, you know you have a chance to steal this right back away from Tisch County.
Tisch County's won 2 out of their last 3, including a victory over Nettleton prior to tonight. And Tupelo on the other side of things has won 4 straight, entering at 11-4-1. They have Starkville here again tomorrow inside of the Dome. Again, we're playing in the basketball arena this week due to some upgrades being made over there in the wood floor gym. They're changing the bleachers, upgrading those. So exciting for whenever they do get back at home, but good to see them find their footing here inside of this Dome and get a set victory. And now they're in a spot where they can really try to force this thing into a 5th set. And then if you get there, Wes, anything can happen.
Yeah, just keep playing hard and doing what you're doing this last set. You know you can play with them.
Broadcast again presented by Dr. Carl Bevering, and make that the 4th set brought to you by Hodges Orthodontics. Shettles with a diving save. Hopkins front row tips it across for the point.
It was a great tip, putting the ball where nobody else was, and still can't stop singing the praises of Lily Shettles tonight in that libero role, and she's been good at it all year. But she has just been able to take some really tough serves and just be that passing specialist that you need.
Mamie Shettles serving right now for the Lady Wave, and that hit too deep. Tupelo will get the point back. And Mamie Shettles has been the second best server on the team, 28 aces for the Lady Wave. That's second on the roster behind Gracie Hopkins, who has 31.
Yeah, Mamie's doing a really good job.
Miscommunication.
They're not able to get a real good pass against her serves right now.
And Barron did not play that one. That was right at her hip. And it's now 3-0 Tupelo. You go on a run here and really stretch things.
Kind of interesting. Moore didn't start this set for Tisch County.
Just out. Probably get a shot at that one. Would be an interesting one to look at. And it was just a hair out. Good job there by Andrew Bison of catching that. Our producer for tonight's broadcast. Replay has really stepped up for us over the last couple of games.
We're high tech now.
We got it. Why not use it, right? Another short set. This time Simmons a little bit off timing. That's the thing. It's got to be perfectly timed.
It's got to be perfect. I mean, that ball's just not in the air very long on a set like that. The middle hitter's got to be up in the air.
3-2 after a 3-0 start to the set for Tupelo.
That middle hit was essentially the position I played in high school, and I remember when you know you're getting that set, you have to be up in the air jumping before the setter even has the ball. I mean, like, basically when that pass goes, you got to be ready and up in the air because they're going to just shoot it real quick up there. You got to be ready and already in the air to hit it.
Moore with the swing, but denied by Carter, the block master for the Lady Wave, Kinsley Carter.
Yeah, the body language has completely shifted now.
And she just does a great job moving her palms on the block. She's not just going straight up, she's moving her arms.
Yeah, and you'd like to see more of a double block on that, but I mean, Carter able to locate the ball in midair and put it down. That's really tough to do.
Zimmerman lined it up but hit it into the net.
You don't see her do that very often, but it happens to all of them.
5-3. Tupelo out in front in set 4. Shettles has been busy. Lily Shettles in that libero spot, and an angled hit for Carter too deep. It just seems like every time Carter has gotten anything, she's been out beyond the line, almost out there near the antenna on the opposite side, and that is a tough angle to try to come straight back across court.
Yeah, that was really hard.
You're hitting it like an 80-degree angle. And
I'm even surprised she was able to hit it within the antenna from where she was.
Serve out there, so service error. We'll give it back to Tupelo. Kinsley Carter back to serve it for the Lady Wave. And right now, as you said, it's been the defense that has been making the errors for Tisch County. That time they don't, as they'll end up with the point, but it's been the little things for them through the last set and the start of this one.
You know, it's more, you see that pretty often when she gets blocked. She goes to that set. You know, you kind of get in her head. That one would have been close to being out, but hard to tell.
Tip the net, played by Hopkins. Big swing by Simmons. Ricocheted off toward that bench of Tisch County, but that'll be 4 hits. Tupelo gets the point.
Well, just the fact that we were able to return that Gracie Hopkins had the foresight to be up there and ready, because a lot of times when those serves hit the net, those are the hardest ones to pass and return because the ball just dies, but she was right up there and ready.
Right now those passes are not crisp for Tisch County, and Tupelo trying to take advantage. Hasn't been clean in this rally, but both teams still fighting for the point. Goes high. Would have been in the rafters if we were back in our old abode. Instead, it ends up in a point for the Braves. Seven to 6.
Here, Coach Booth is giving directions to the team there. They definitely have a strategy for dealing with those tips. You gotta get used to when they're going to come too. If you see a bad pass up to that setter is going to want to tip that. Or likewise, if a hitter gets set and it's not a great set and they're right up against the net, they're going to tip oftentimes then.
Tupelo gets the point. Serve coming back for the Lady Wave, and this will be Miller, who went on a run in the previous set back there. Put that one right at the 10-foot line. That swing is a bit deep. They're trying to say it was tipped. And they're trying to say that the back line did not say it was tipped. They're going to replay the point. So it's happened a couple times for the Lady Wave.
Yeah, we argued earlier, and they didn't do anything. And that's like the other side's just so vocal. Everybody's jumping up and down. I mean, I don't get it.
Numbers help, right?
Just call it. Call what you call.
8-6 as we'll replay the point. Tupelo will end up getting this one. 9-6.
That ball didn't look tipped.
No, and you, yeah.
You'd
be the great lawyer for.
I'm very biased on my calls on this, obviously. That's a tip. Yeah, you can see what I'm saying with the.
Yeah,
you can see it coming.
Hit across but deep. Great play there by Miller to make that quick decision not to attempt at that. 10-6. Lady Wave trying to stay in control. They've taken the momentum after a set 3 victory, trying to roll it into one in set 4. Swing there toward the back, and it is also out.
You know, I haven't said this before, but there's something about Dylan Miller's serve that she's got like a double hitch that goes on. There's something about it that's just like I'm always afraid she's not going to get it over, but it's like she's pretty.
It's always right around that 10-foot line.
Yeah, it is. It's a good serve, but she kind of does that double clutch movement. Maybe that throws the defense off, too.
We'll take a quick commercial break. This is Tupelo Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away. Because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
Dylan Miller back to serve after the timeout called by Tisch County. Tupelo leading 11-6 here on this Monday night in set number 4, trying to draw back even after falling behind 2-0. Love to force a 5th set. And a big swing and a kill for Hopkins.
Gracie Hopkins showing she can still play in the front row.
We've seen that quite a bit from her throughout her career, and right there the angled attack going back toward that back corner. 12-6, Lady Wave. Miller, that one off of her.
It was a good run, though.
Usual route, goes out. She just, as we were talking about during the break, she just hits it right at that 10-foot line, and it's within 3 or 4 feet front or to the back of that line. That's tough to play.
And she's got a good serve.
12-7. Tupelo out in front. Swing by Hopkins. Ricochets off the block, and it's a point for Tupelo. Kill by Gracie Hopkins.
Might have found something here. Let Gracie keep hitting.
Gracie has 39 kills. She's 5th on the team in that category.
And she hasn't spent much time in the front row this year.
Only 153 attempts, and of those, only 25 errors on attacks. She just doesn't hit it into the net very often. As you said, very technical. Shettles made an attempt. She was the only one over in that back corner and couldn't get a piece. Serve coming from Barron. Tupelo 12 points away from forcing a 5th set and a race to 15. Push forward, tipped by Carter. We'll set this offense out of rhythm for Tisch County. There's Cat Long, back row, just too deep.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Had everything lined up right, just couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
There's Barron, played by Long. Shettles from that 10-foot line will get it across.
Wisely stayed on her feet. Knew she'd be up close to that 10-foot line.
And the point for Tisch County. Down by just 3. This is the time for them to try to go on a run.
Yeah, they score another point or two here, I would definitely call a timeout. They're just not getting very good passes right now. And so the sets have been like Carter hasn't even been able to be part of any of these plays, even though she's arguably one of our best hitters, because the passes have led to bad sets. And you're just not getting anything.
2-point difference in this set 4. Brought to you by Hodges Orthodontics. Amazing one-handed save by Shettles. Hopkins may have played one that was going out. Mulrooney.
Yeah, I don't know why you're playing that if you're Mulrooney. There, you probably want to pass that or set it.
Yeah, that was just the second hit.
But just notice, like, Mulrooney hasn't really gotten a pass where she could be even able, all the way back there. She can't set Carter from back there.
Big swing. Miller likely saved a point with that downward angle. I think that one would have landed in. It'll end up being a point for Tishomingo either way.
Love to see a timeout here.
Carter slaps it across, and it goes under the net. Tupelo will relinquish the advantage they had, now trailing 14-13. That's the interesting thing about volleyball versus basketball. Basketball, you would call timeout whether you right at the tie or right now, right? Volleyball, it's like you've got to get down like 3 or 4 before.
Yeah, I guess it's just the coach, but right now we're in a pretty big hole. Yeah,
and now timeout.
Yeah, just all the momentum has swung here, especially this libero serving over here, number 7, Georgia Barrett.
Yeah, Barron has made a trip out of it for this time at the service stripe, and 2-point advantage in favor of Tisch County.
Everything just kind of got tight there. Coaches yelling, players are getting tight, not wanting to make the mistake. Not having that clarity of mind of what's in and what's out, and not having really good crisp passing. You just hope, because this is really make or break right here. You got to get back in this and get the lead back, because if not, you're done.
You allow a 3-point run here, you're down 18-13, and things get closer to game, set, match.
Yep. I would have loved to maybe seen the timeout a few points before that, but, coach knows her team and knows how she'll respond. And we definitely saw against Germantown, they responded really well to all of her timeouts.
It's almost worth a set, worth a break, right, in a serve.
Yeah, you might have.
Maybe like a point and a half.
Well, yeah, you might have iced her. Nope.
15-13, Tupelo trailing. They need this one, and they'll get the point. Cat Long rearing back and getting the kill.
There you go. Just settle everybody down.
In our match reset brought to you by Raising Cane's, Tupelo fell in the first 2 sets, 25-21, 25-18, before rallying to win in set 3, 25-17. And here we are in set 4, a 1-point difference as the Lady Wave trail, but they have their captain, one of their 2 captains, in Mamie Shettles serving.
Yeah, I hate getting surprised right there. The pass was bad. It was right up against the net. You got to know the setter was going to try to tip on you in that situation. Like the back row, you just got to be ready then.
2-point advantage for Tisch County.
This is Northington too, so we've struggled with her.
Tupelo will end up with a kill.
Got out of that fast. That's what you want to see.
Simmons getting set to check back in for the Lady Wave.
Lauren Zimmerman showing she can hit on the outside too.
Again, our broadcast booth is brought to you by Barnes Crossing Hyundai. Discover your next near used ride at Barnes Crossing Hyundai on North Gloucester in Tupelo. View their inventory online at bchyundaioftupelo.com. And a mistake there for the Lady Wave will get a 17th point for Tisch County.
Gosh, you hate that too, because you know what Gracie's capable of from the service line. Just couldn't keep that one in.
And they give it right back. Service error by Brown. Check that. Abigail Reed, number 12. The blue numbers on these black uniforms,
yeah,
tough to catch sometimes.
Yeah, some of them are hard to read.
They're just going to have to get this one across. It'll be a free ball opportunity. Shettles sets. Simmons puts it down at the line for the kill.
You love that. I mean, the passing was bad for Tisch County there, and so they've got this dynamic hitter on the outside, but she's got to just bump it over because she can't get a good set. I mean, passing is so important.
Now Tupelo will get it across.
Somehow they got that over.
That was an inch from hitting the floor. And there Zimmerman will put it to the floor. Another kill for Lauren Zimmerman.
Yeah, man, as many times as you can feed Lauren Zimmerman from the backside there, that has been one of our most consistent point-scoring setups on offense.
Another senior for the Lady Wave, and it's an ace for Tupelo. And that was Kinsley Carter putting that one in. 19-18. The Lady Wave make it 19-17 as they've reset the score. It looks like they may need to go back and take a glance at it. A mistake on their side. They're still discussing things.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't know. We have more points than that.
It's 19-17, at least on the board. Seems appropriate. Let's see, Bryant. Coach Middleton is not happy with that. A little discussion there between the coaches. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep playing
rivalry matchup here. Let them play. What Coach Booth says. Quit worrying about the score. Let's just play. Tupelo got away with one there, but got 4 hits, they'll say.
Now the officials
the late whistle.
They're on top of it for the other side. There's no doubt about that.
19-18. Tupelo's run comes to a close on those serves. Now it's Simmons. Opportunity there, right at the line. Another save.
There you go.
Get it set for Zimmerman. Tupelo keeps it alive after the block. And Tupelo gets the point. They had one lined up. That was Gracie Wilson. Fans getting rowdy over here on this Tishomingo County side, but the Lady Wave up 20-18.
They are vocal about what they think should be called. There's no doubt about that, the whole team.
And now Tupelo back for some important serves. It's Sophie Mulrooney.
Not sure what they were arguing there, that Tupelo hit it 4 times.
I thought maybe it may have been into the net with so many people up there close, but who can tell? Garth goes toward the middle. Just nothing so far set hard offensively for.
Not what you want to see there from Garth. You know, you really would like to set that up to a hitter and not just give them an easy ball over the other side.
There's Simmons, big swing straight down the line. 21-18 as this match has been turned on its head. And we've hit a different level in the pressure meter.
Yeah, and it seems like Tisch County now is the side that is angry and tight and not playing.
Right on cue, right? That one goes out, and Tupelo ends up with the point, 22-18.
They got timeout now.
And we will take a break with them as tensions running high here in the 4th set. We'll be right back after this. This is Golden Wave Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner. Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. 22-18. Lady Wave out in front. Timeout called by Coach Middleton, as his team has went from nearly having a sweep to trying to claw their way back and make sure this thing doesn't go to a fifth set. But right now Tupelo has all the momentum. They're playing with a little bit cooler heads at this point.
For sure.
Coach Booth has to like what she's seeing out of that. You want your team to face this kind of adversity, right? Down two sets early.
No, this is great. I mean, I'll be honest. I did not necessarily believe that this was going to happen, but that you've got to give coaching and the players credit for staying in this.
Another bad pass, and you can tell Coach Middleton's about had it with some of these bad passes. There's a lift, and they'll get a point back, 22-19. Tupelo had it set up there, just didn't get a good set. The pass was fine to the front. Hey, it's nice to have meaningful volleyball right early in the year between two teams that aren't even in the same classification. But two talented teams, mistake there for Hopkins. 22-20.
Don't see that too often out of Gracie, but the serves are doing a good job kind of pushing the back row back a little bit.
That ace is brought to you by McCarty Architects. They'll set it Simmons. Blocked, point Tupelo. Garth and Long there.
Great response.
That was Northington trying to wind one up. Now Tupelo 2 points away.
Just have a feeling we're going to have to grind out these last 2 points.
Simmons will take a break. Dylan Miller back in. The last couple of times she's been serving, it's been money. As you said, she has a tough serve to play. Another bad offensive set. They'll set it short. Garth there to play it again.
Way to get back up there and block, too.
And again, just keep denying that front line.
They're blocking 18 regularly right now.
That time it's tipped off the net. Did not hit Tupelo. And the point goes to the Lady Wave. That's an important call there, because if they said it got tipped by Long or Garth, it would have been a point.
I don't know if I've seen a team as concerned and vocal about the officiating as I've seen Tisch County tonight.
And it's worked for the most part.
Yeah,
right? Sometimes it can work. Sometimes it can backfire. Depends on how receptive, and it really doesn't matter all that much right now, because Garth just put that one down on the floor, and we're going to a fifth set, 25-20. Tupelo has rallied all the way back. We're going to head to a fifth set. Let's race to 15 between Tupelo and Tisch County. We'll be back after this. This is Golden Wave Volleyball on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering. Dr. Carl Bevering has been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated in providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders, the care you need right around the corner.
The Barnes Crossing Automotive Group is a proud sponsor of Tupelo High School Athletics, and we are committed to giving back to the community. The Barnes Crossing Auto Group will always give you the best price at any of our 7 Northeast Mississippi locations. You'll be sure to score with over 2,000 new or pre-owned vehicles in stock. That's over $50 million worth of inventory, and credit is never a deal breaker. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. Where nobody walks away, because everybody saves. It's Tupelo.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
For over 40 years, McCarty Architects has provided professional design in education, healthcare, and senior living markets. McCarty takes pride in developing projects with innovative solutions that provide lasting value and contribute to the success of their clients. Visit them online at McCartyArchitects.com. We head to the fourth, or make that the fifth set here between Tupelo and Tishomingo County. Dylan Hutton alongside Wes Schrickle. Tupelo was trailing in this thing 2-0, has battled back to take the last two sets. They lost the first two 25-21, 25-18, but since that point, 25-17 Tupelo and 25-20 in favor of Tupelo in that last set, and tensions were running high. It's going to be very fun to see this race to 15, and you can build off of this. As bad as the start was for Tupelo, but to say, hey, we came back against a team that was playing as well as Tisch County was, this energy is going to be different here in the fifth set.
I mean, and not only were we down 2-0, pretty much got smoked in those first two sets as well. And so to see Tupelo come and respond, and honestly, it just seems like kind of the roles have been reversed. It seems that Tisch County is the tense team, angry, a little frustrated, but
you got to think for them, right? They had Tupelo down 2-0, and they've given them life and even more life here. And you're not worrying about getting to 25; you're worrying about just getting to 15.
This Northington, the girl who's always starts each set at the service line, has given us a lot of trouble tonight. So the quicker we can get a side out here, the better for us. You got to start hot in a match where you're only playing in a set to 15.
So 2-2, all square in the match, and we'll decide it here. First to 15 by the first serve is just out. It didn't miss by much, but it was out.
Just what the doctor ordered. We're doing things a little different from our normal setup. Usually Mamie serves first for us, but
very close there on that serve, as you saw it on our replay. Big swing there, saved by Hopkins.
Perfect pass by Hopkins.
Right toward that back row. The swing blocked at the net. And right down. Point goes to Tisch County. You said the tension would be up. It certainly was in that rally.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there for us. I thought that looked like something we should have easily been able to get back up in the air.
Miscommunication possibly there for the Lady Wave. Left-handed serve. Time for the Braves. Big swing and kill for Simmons. You feel like this is going to be a back and forth set.
Oh, yeah. This ain't going to be easy. I mean, you'd love it for it to be. Kinsley Carter went on a little bit of a run last time, but she's at the service line, so.
Serve there for Carter. And that's somebody who used to not seeing back there for all that long, right, Kinsley? There's Zimmerman.
And one of the major things that has changed has been the passing has not been there for Tisch County, and therefore we're getting better attacks and better hits.
A flip-flop of what we had in the first two sets.
A really good back row attack there.
And a great dig by Shuttles, but she could not divert that. Two-two. In set 5. Again, our broadcast coverage brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering. The care you need right around the corner. Service error by Lambert. So Tupelo will get the serve. It looks like Mulrooney, as Zimmerman will take a seat. 3-2, in case you're just joining us. Tupelo has battled back to force a fifth set after trailing 2-0 in the match. In a gritty Monday night battle here against Tisch County. Simmons wanting to take a swing at it, does toward the back row. Barron plays it. And a great save by Hopkins. Tupelo will have a chance to get it across. Long pokes it over. Moore with the swing, and it's a kill for Tisch County to lock things back up at 3-all.
Just trading blows so far.
Northington has been held fairly quiet on that front row really since the second set ended.
Yeah. I mean, she had some pretty good attacks from the back row, though.
Sent across, played by Hopkins. Simmons tipped, stayed alive with it, do the Lady Braves. Block there by Judon. Back row, Shettles laying out, could not get enough, and it would have been close whether that stayed in or not. It would have been bang, bang.
I think she was right to play it. It's just really hard to get there.
It'd be hard to let that one go. 4-3, advantage Tisch County in set 5. Again, first to 15. And the point.
Got the antenna there.
Yep, caught the antenna. So Tisch County now up by 2. Going to have to stop it right here. Straight into the net, just a flat palm serve there from Brown.
Yeah, and she's had some pretty good runs too tonight from the service line, so definitely I'm glad to see her take them out.
And now Dylan Miller, who's a sophomore, trying to line a few up here, and she's been solid from back there today. Kind of has a double clutch in her delivery, right?
She does.
Softly toward Hopkins. Two-handed push by Mulrooney. Mulrooney's not really set a lot of those up. There's Miller. And Hopkins will give up a free ball back across. Seems like things have almost pivoted to where they're getting
I don't
some
like
of these
the
better offensive.
set over when you have a perfectly good pass that you could set well to a hitter.
Tupelo will end up with the point.
Striking even. Back
5-5, yep. Just back and forth. Point for point so far in set 5. Dylan Miller. Another near miscommunication there for Tisch County.
Yeah, it's just interesting. It was so clean for Tisch County early on. They've running into each other and kind of playing like we were to start.
Mulrooney again just pushes it across on the second hit. There's Northington blocked, and it's in. That was a double block set up by Long and Judon.
And that's been another big difference for us is Northington is their second best hitter, and she's capable of laying down a really good hit, but we have been denying her at the net over and over again.
Miller, Tupelo up by a point in set 5. And a great save.
Perfect pass.
Set up here. Northington just out, but they're going to say it was tipped by Tupelo.
You're not going to believe this, but I agree with the official.
Yep. They'll get Judon, I believe, for into the net. 6-6 in set 5. If you've been tuned in since the beginning, you've seen a lot of twists and turns in this match. It seems like as lopsided as the last 2 sets have been in favor of Tupelo, that Tisch County's come back to life in set 5. Hopkins, big swing, tipped, and a point for the Wave. 7-6.
Great job by Gracie. I love seeing her, this kind of shift in coaching strategy, having her in the front row.
And that's a long set to push it back all the way over into that outside hitter.
To have her playing in the front row, that little adjustment, because she is going to consistently give you good swings.
And she's done a lot more of that tonight than she has in the previous matches here at home. There's Kat Long dialing one straight down the line and in.
Perfect hit right down the line.
It's almost like a Lauren Zimmerman type play right there, just playing it right where you're at.
And finally getting a little bit of momentum here in the 5th set.
There's Lily Shuttles, the libero with the serve for Tupelo. Northington right at Shuttles. Set up toward the net, and it's just out by a couple of glances there from Miller. 8-7. Just hard to control it. Hit that hard off of Miller's forearm. They'll set it long, but it's too close into the net. I think they say it got tipped at the front.
Yeah, it was blocked back.
Just by a touch. And the hit there too deep. Big swing point here for Tupelo, trying to get to double digits. Mamie Shuttles. To send it away for the Lady Wave. They'll set it. Hopkins. Libero played it. They'll get it across on the second hit.
Wow.
Bad set there, and somehow Hopkins angles it on a bad set, and it was down on the line for the point.
Right on the line. That was great. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky to win.
Watch this. Right on the line. Shettles back across. Northington back row, and it is out. And that was out by a good foot. And now Tupelo 4 points away from completing what will be a monumental comeback if they can finish it off. It's been an incredible turn for them after going down 2 sets. There's a McCarty Architects ace at the right time.
He's got to find 3 points.
And a timeout for Tisch County. The pressure has been amped up, and the Lady Wave have just ran with it. Again, this 5th set has been brought to you by Barnes Crossing Volkswagen and Hodges Orthodontics. All the set sponsors getting their money's worth tonight because we did not foresee this, right, Wes? A 5-set match after the opening 2 sets went to Tisch County, and since then it's been all Lady Wave, 25-17, 25-20, and they're in control here, 12-7. 3 away from notching a huge comeback victory, just 6 days removed from a great win against a division rival in Germantown that's going to be competing for a title, not only in the division, but you would think for a state title as well.
But this is what a good team does.
And another ace just inside the line from Shettles.
You have to think Tisch County's may have be waving the white flag a little bit.
We said that Coach Booth's victory against Germantown was kind of a defining victory. Maybe the grit that they show here defines a little bit more about their head coach.
Yeah, this is even more impressive than that.
Another ace, 3 straight, brought to you by McCarty Architects. Getting their money's worth here in the 5th set.
Just need 1 more point here and see if Mamie can bring it to us.
Match point for the Lady Wave, trying to complete the comeback. Shettles across. Pressure all on Tisch County, and that will do it. The Lady Wave win it. They can't get it back across the net. 15-7. Tupelo comes from behind, 2 sets down, and ends up with the victory, winning the last 3, 25-17, 25-20, and 15-7. An incredible comeback for Coach Booth's squad. Make it 5 straight for the Lady Wave, and they move to 12-4-1, while Tisch County falls to 6-3-3 on the season. They gave a great fight. They came out swinging, but the Lady Wave end up with the last laugh here on this Monday night.
Just an amazingly impressive turnaround for Tupelo tonight. I mean, they looked dead in the water those first 2. I mean, they got smoked the first 2 sets, and then to just turn it around like that and still do it against a good team. You know, I mean, it wasn't like the last 3 sets were gimmies. None of them. They had to fight for all 3 of them. But to come back like that and not only make this a match, but to win it is incredible.
And that's back-to-back 5-set match victories for Tupelo. And it seems like when they get to that 5th set, they just kind of run to the finish line like 15 isn't a problem for them. Remember, against Germantown, it wasn't that tough of an ordeal once it got to the 5th set. They handled the pressure well, and a lot of that is because of the senior leaders on this team.
Yeah, it's the maturity of the team, but I think that's what good teams do is, like, you know, you're going to have times in volleyball and all sports, but especially in volleyball, where you're not, because of something mental or what, you're just not playing perfect, and they did not play well for the first 2. And credit Tisch County, they played really well throughout, but Tupelo definitely turned the tables.
I think a key player to go back to, Dylan Miller, and some of the serves that she had through those winning sets for the Lady Wave, and Gracie Hopkins playing on the front row.
Yeah. When you
more than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you got to give Coach credit for that too, because there were definitely some strategic changes that were made, and they were little things. And there was nobody really for Tupelo who stood out. It was just a team effort. Everybody kind of did their thing, contributed, and played well.
And with that, that's going to do it for tonight's match. Again, brought to you by Dr. Carl Bevering. He's been practicing in the greater Tupelo area for the past 22 years, specializing in brain and spine surgery, dedicated to providing advanced and comprehensive care for neurological and spine disorders. The care you need right around the corner. We'll be back tomorrow right here in the Dome. You better pack the place out. Starkville's coming to town, and Tupelo's going to be eyeing what will be their 6th consecutive victory against a division foe, and if they win that one, they'll have a chance to get to 4-0 in division play, almost to the halfway point in the division schedule. I mean, they've got a tremendous opportunity ahead of them if they can get that one done. But all in all, it's all right in front of this Lady Wave team, and just whenever you thought their momentum might be slowed, they keep on rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be really interesting to see how hopefully tonight, just is a momentum builder and just can take that into tomorrow.
And with that, we will remind you, tomorrow we'll be back here at 6:30. We'll have the JV broadcast, planning on having one at 5:30, so be sure to tune into that one. And then Wes and I will be on for the varsity matchup against Starkville as the Lady Wave try to get their 13th win of the year and make it 6 straight victories. But for tonight, Tupelo with a comeback victory to kind of set the tone for the week. They fall in set 1 25-21, 25-18 in set 2. Then win sets 3 and 4, 25-17, 25-20, before running away in set 5, 15-7. Wes, as always, glad to have you on for it, especially on a Monday.
Yeah, great match.
In here. And, of course, Andrew Bison on our production duties does a great job. But our broadcast coverage tonight, again, presented by Dr. Carl Bevering, but also provided by Barnes Crossing Hyundai, McCarty Architects, Raising Cane's, Hodges Orthodontics, Super Chicks, and Barnes Crossing Volkswagen. That's going to do it for tonight. Lady Wave win in 5 sets, 3-2. Thank you, and good night from Tupelo. We'll see you tomorrow.